Well, it's my most favorite time of the year, the time that we get to react to this.
Do you know what's in your cheap protein powder? Well, here to tell us is all natural.
Also, this year, Clavin is also doing one. So, we're going to go 2 for 1, 2 for 2.
Fitness athlete Paul Scar.
All right, let's. Well, folks, it's July 4th, and as you know, my producers are fond of torturing me with TikTok.
Oh, man, my favorite song of all time, right there. I always like overlaying it into videos, as you can probably tell from my tech channel. We always overlay that song into videos, lots of times.
Today, we're going to go through some anti-American TikToks and critique them. This video is sponsored by our friends at Balance of Nature.
I heard that video before on YouTube. Really funny.
It's a scam that's become so normalized that we don't even realize it's a scam anymore.
Why are your eyes so big?
America.
Yes. Great scam. Living, existing. What a scam.
America's the scam.
What?
Are you crying?
A country founded on genocide.
What is he having about? My goodness.
Land of the free, home of the brave.
So what are you doing here?
Bullshit. It's all bullshit.
He can go back to England, I guess.
There was supposed to be a wall between church and state.
Really? No, that's from a letter.
It's gone.
Oh, he looks so confused. Man, the zoom's not
Profit
working.
healthcare, for-profit prison systems.
Okay, white man, head back over the ocean.
Congress is bought
Did you see that? It's Pocahontas memes.
and paid for. We're being worked to death.
Really?
He doesn't look dead to me. Is that a three row? He doesn't look that dead.
Are you? You look like you're dying in that car.
Inflation, which is just corporate greed, is out of
Corporate
control.
greed. They weren't greedy until Biden.
We're being
That's crazy.
priced out of existence.
Out of existence. You don't exist.
Quite literally.
Literally
This guy's a deepfake, apparently. He's a AI deepfake.
out of existence.
America.
That was AI. They just deleted him. I wonder if I could do that on my phone. Let's take a picture here, of the power of the Galaxy AI. Okay, I'll get back to you after when I'm done.
America is the f***ing scam.
Oh, you whining piece of shit. This guy's
Imagine that's a quote, they read these out and they have all like a compilation of quotes and it's just, oh, you, oh my goodness.
so whiny. Seriously, sitting there on his iPhone.
I mean, hey. I mean, it might not be an iPhone. Could be a Samsung. Don't bring Samsung into this.
In his air-conditioned car, talking about how America's the scam. Read a book, bag. Read another fucking book. Why don't you fly to a different country for a change? Seriously. It's amazing. There are these time machines. They exist right now. They're called airplanes. Just fly to a third world country and see how it's going for you. Also, I love these white people sitting around like, America's a colonialist, imperialist myth, as he sits in his car on white man's soil, taken
That's crazy.
from the Native Americans. Anytime you want to take off back for your ancestral homeland, dude.
America is not a real place because
Oh yes, we're a huge deepfake. 50 states of deepfake. We just hacked into the satellites. I'm not existing right now. I'm just like floating.
why can we be 18 years old, go to war, buy an AR-15, but God forbid we sip on a White Claw? America is where a presidential candidate
That's your wine.
the most votes and still not
Why do you want wine so badly?
be president.
That's probably a good thing. Prevents crazy people like her from controlling stuff. Yeah.
America is where people
Also, the editing team, man, I'd like to meet them someday, know their tricks. I've always tried to do that laser eye effect. Best I could do was a picture.
only care about immigrants if they're not white.
What?
America is
What? Huh?
where they decide to build bulletproof classrooms instead of adjusting the gun laws. God forbid.
You do realize that if you shoot someone, it's already breaking the law. So, possession, if you made that illegal, they'd still do it. It's not like they're afraid to break the law.
America is where
The crazy eyes tell it all.
should be in adult diapers in a nursing home can be president and in charge of our nuclear
I
codes.
mean, I agree with that about Biden, actually. That last part, I agree with.
Okay, fine. 1 for 7. Congratulations.
The rest of it, I have a problem with. The part about Biden. Don't hate that part. whenever it's like, well, we only care about immigrants if they're non-white. Well, weird, because if you look back at the history of American immigration, what you'll see is that people were super pissed about the Irish immigrants, the German immigrants, the Italian immigrants, the Jewish immigrants. Now the intersectional coalition considers all of those people white. Weird how that works.
I always like when he talks fast. Sometimes they play it at like 2 times speed.
Their complaints, they're so whiny. You're so whiny. Oh my God, over here you
Oh yeah, I see uploads to a Chinese app, of course.
can get drafts when you're 18, but you can't buy a beer. That's your big gripe?
Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws, baby.
Wow, what a soft life you lead. Seriously.
Besides, why is people so obsessed with drinking? Like, it's probably disgusting, right? Not like I've ever had it, but I've heard it's disgusting.
Oh, this clip, yeah.
My
I've never seen this. Who's this?
feeling is they should open it, the border, and just let them pour in, let everybody pour in, and
Are those headphones wireless? Or are they just for show? There's no wire connecting to them, but they look like... Never mind.
and then the answer, which is, well, then there'll be all these problems. Yes, there should be. It shouldn't be so great here.
That's...
What I'm saying. In America, it shouldn't be. It's a weird thing to sequester a certain group of people and
That's crazy. That's... Okay.
try to keep upping their lifespan and their lifestyle.
The Americans must be made to suffer. We must
Come on, do better.
humiliate them.
And just keep trying to increase that for this group of people.
Why?
And then everyone's,
This is ridiculous.
and then this pressure of people trying to come in so they can enjoy it.
I've never heard anything so dumb in my life. Ever.
And then it gets worse and worse down
That's
here.
not how it works. No. Wrong.
No. Okay.
It's really just from down here. There's something wrong with that. That's not a system that's working.
Oh. No, not again.
Extreme poverty
That makes zero sense.
on planet Earth has been reduced by well over 50%
Wow, look at this. Basically a straight line.
since 1980. This bizarre zero-sum game thinking, which is like, well, America's rich because other places are poor. That's
That's not how it works.
so stupid. That's not the way economics works. If that were the case, then the richest person in the year 1500, when exploitation was significantly greater on planet Earth, particularly in local areas,
Help! Help! I'm being repressed!
that person would have been super duper duper rich because that person would have been able to grab all the resources. As it turns out, it is the production of new goods and services via innovation
Technology.
and investment, free market economics that
Look, technology again from like what's this? 1993?
drives up life expectancy
Why are you showing 2 cell phones? Since this must be the upgraded model here, as it's less thick and the antenna is smaller.
everywhere. Life expectancy has not just increased in the United States, it has increased worldwide dramatically.
Wait, where is it? Americans. Yeah, like what? Yeah.
But if you don't understand that, then you think that America prospering means everybody else is suffering or some such nonsense. Lucy K doesn't even believe this, by the way. If Lucy K truly believes that it's, oh my God, it's such a zero-sum game, he'd open his house.
Are you driving way less than you used to? Do you have a clean driving record? Are you over 25?
We'll get to more of this in a moment. First, here's an eternal truth. Aside from
There you go.
Don't get over. I have to sometimes travel.
bounceofnature.com, promo code Shapiro to get started.
So I also serve the same community NYPD does. The 5
Okay. New York.
boroughs of New York City, right? Except that when I have to sometimes travel far, sometimes I go to Staten Island, near JFK at the border of Long Island. Those are like
Oh, okay, so same state, I think. I haven't been there in like years. I was 1.
long commutes. It takes me 2 hours to get there, 2 hours to get back home. And I don't get overtime for that.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Even though I've asked my boss multiple times.
Where does this have to do anything? Why is there a pig emoji? I'm confused.
Because that's just my commute. I bet NYPD would have been getting overtime. And they're rolling in dough in overtime.
The police? I'm confused.
The other thing is, my transportation is not covered while they have these fancy cars with flashing lights. And
But what do you even do? Are you like the owner or something? I'm confused.
correction buses, whatever. They got their fleet. They got
Again, this editing good keyframing cue and sound effects.
military vehicles.
What? What? They got tanks, people.
Wow. If I take an Uber, because sometimes I'm
Oh, get good background key from. Actually, you know what's more important is the editing than whatever the heck he's saying in the video.
tired, they refuse to like redeem, like whatever the word is, reimburse me. Yeah. Here's the thing. I'm all for supporting public transit, but they don't even pay for my monthly Metro card. They give me a tax-free Metro card. That's the best they could do.
That seems pretty nice, in my opinion. I think.
A tax-free Metro card. So yeah, next time y'all have a pandemic, they will continue to budget cut the health department, but inflate the MLPD.
What? I'm confused. What do you do? Are you like an assistant?
So next time you have a pandemic, you have a trash problem, you have a rob problem, anything to do with public health, go ask the MLPD to solve it, because your girl is tired.
Is she claiming she solved COVID?
You've been doing an incredible job in public health in New York City for a while, by the way. I'm very excited for you. You're not paying for your commute? Why should they pay for your commute? Live closer.
Right, yeah.
Ooh, dang. That's...
Of course.
You mean they're paying for police cars? Because that's...
Oh my gosh. I had no idea what she was talking about. Man, she really is dumb.
Where they keep the criminal suspects and how they get to the crimes? Like, what are you doing in your job that requires you to leave the office? The entire job of being a police officer is leaving the office. It's like the whole thing. Oh my gosh. I gotta say, the wines in this country, like the level of whining in this country is just beyond, especially on TikTok.
You know, we could probably solve energy if we bottled up that and used it to produce energy. Like, just put that into batteries. We don't have Teslas.
Liquid filth!
Just an app made for incredibly complaining people.
Are humans inherently selfish or cooperative? No, it's a false dichotomy based on essentially.
What? What is this? I'm confused. This looks like some E-Kids video that is parodying a 1980s video. And E-Kids is from 2020. Church thing. Oh no, not another ad.
For a second, I thought I heard...
Heard what?
I thought I heard singing, sir.
That's used by exploitative people to justify their domination, when the real problem systems of OPPRation.
Why do
What?
printing this on white?
No, come on! Jerks think, how can I get more power for me? So make up myths like...
You know why you don't have power? Because you're sitting on TikTok in a tank top with in space singing when they're actually outside, working.
Laziness, progress in human nature, to pretend they deserve a better life than you. Than the rich white Western men who disproportionately benefit.
And you are, what are you? I'm confused.
From the hierarchies justified by all these myths. Use their power to convince people with zero evidence to believe in white supremacy.
How do you get auto-tune on his phone?
Capitalism, patriarchy, and imperialism.
That's called motherfucking boy!
So what to do to build a future with resilience?
This is the worst song ever.
Please, I'm gonna fast forward through this.
By dispelling all these hierarchical myths. When you make sense of the world, consider it among these systems, and remember individualism.
I couldn't even see what the systems were. What?
Individualism is a mistake based on self-actualization, which Maslow got wrong and conceded later in life.
They have the literal typewriter here from like 1960, double-spaced essay, like IBM 704.
So you should also consider things like this.
What?
That's a terrible song.
Yeah, no one's gonna rewatch that over and over. I'm pretty sure I have more people. He probably has lots of views, unfortunately. Maybe I should start that for a career, and then get exposure.
With awful lyrics. And try to scam.
There were lyrics?
And with the tune, my friend. Beyond that, the philosophy, of course, is trash. So the basic idea...
I don't even know how we're even still talking about this. Again, good editing team.
Here, I guess, is that human nature literally does not exist. So, we've learned lots of things from this video. Apparently, lots of people are apparently just deep fakes that don't exist and are actually dead already. This whole country doesn't exist. It's just a deep fake on all the satellites. We've learned plenty. It literally does not exist. And the only reason some people fail and some people succeed is because of systems of oppression. I can tell you the reason this guy is not succeeding in his musical career is not systems of oppression. It's because he and blows at his job.
You know what's crazy to me?
Your nose ring. That's great.
Oh my gosh, what happened?
Crazy to me. Or maybe it's your eye ring. Or maybe it's your other nose. Or your lip ring.
That doesn't sound too terrible. You get all these benefits and you get all whatever. I can go fight in a war, but I can't buy a cigarette.
Where have I seen this before?
Are we still talking about this again? You know, that's probably a good thing because, you know, you live longer. And that's, of course, you don't want that because you don't want to be good. But whatever.
I can't buy alcohol.
First of all, you can't fight in a war.
Why?
Because you would fail. 4F.
To drive in any state. I have
what?
Restrictions, so
she doesn't have enough freedoms. This one. This is the big issue.
Right? Because I can't do certain things, but I can go fight in a war with other people and possibly.
Yeah, but you wouldn't. Right. I sincerely doubt that.
Have the chance of being killed.
I love when people cite the drafts who never.
You could be killed. Yes. You know what else would get you killed? Smoking.
In a million years would be drafted.
In the state of Indiana. You're 15, 16-year-old paying taxes, but you can't vote.
Well, yeah, if you make over, what's it, $400, right? But are you kidding me? I have seen those kids, and I do not want that happening because I still want to be here in the next 30 years. That's a terrible idea.
Oh, man. Wow.
Huh. What is that called? Taxation without any representation.
She paid attention to one thing in school. One.
You did it! You broke
political commentary
down to its bare essentials.
Well, you look as though you're a person who deserves more responsibility. It feels like there's a person who's been denied freedom in their life. If this person had any more metal in their face, they'd be a full cyborg.
I don't even. Can't you even get out of the state in like a TSA? What they let her through? The metal detectors.
Give up a few things. Chasing a dream.
Well, folks, I hope that you're having a wonderful 4th of July, celebrating the greatest country in the history of humanity and not listening.
Last year's outro was better, in my opinion.
It's twerps like this. If there are any other TikToks you wish for me to review, leave them in the comments. We'll probably ignore you, but maybe not.
Last year's outro was a lot better, but now let's get to the second video. Let me escape from here. Let's scroll through. Here it is. Let's go. Awesome. Mr. Who's the Boss uploaded a new video, so that's great. You know, I really
buy an
like
annual membership and get a second year absolutely free. That's 2 years for the price of
like
one.
Such a simple
math.
All right, July
let's go.
4th is upon us, and this is, of course, the time when we celebrate the brave.
Again, they must have like a full-time movie clip person finding all these interesting clips.
People who risk their
people
lives and their sacred honor to create the freest, wealthiest, most prosperous, and most powerful country.
All these superlatives
that has ever existed.
Again, interesting how we use fireworks too
on God's earth. So, because
of course it doesn't exist, you know, it's secret. In fact, you know, who knows if the earth is around.
My producers hate me. You know, you can understand. Look at me. You can understand why. Instead,
they changed the version. I have like 3 versions saved on my phone. I have one like the 5, and then the one that I used in the YouTube video with the kid on the stories. That's a really good version, in my opinion.
We're going to be watching people on.
Well, it's like half of the version, like 40 seconds, so it's like halfway through.
TikTok who hate America.
If it gets banned, they won't have to do this next year.
They're going to talk into their cameras in the safety of this country
with probably an American-made phone, not made, but like Apple. Unless, of course, you know, they use Samsung and, you know, South Korea, which, you know, wouldn't be a country without them. So, you know, without us, so, you know, I guess. Or LG. I mean, I guess the only phone that they could use would be Huawei if we didn't exist. So, yeah.
Army surrounding them that's never more powerful than any army that's ever existed before. They're going to use their First Amendment rights, which we have in America.
Exactly. You know, these are probably, you know, good cases for repealing that, but then, you know, I wouldn't have a job anymore, so that'd be kind of sad.
To tell us why they hate this country. And the reason I'm going to watch this is because I don't have a screwdriver to drive into my head and end.
He's under contract, that's why.
Myself more quickly. This is brought to you by ExpressVPN because that's the kind of people they are. Visit expressvpn.com/Andrew Klavan Show today, and you can get an extra 3 months free and keep your data safe. All right, let's look at this stuff.
Only in America.
All right, let's go.
Happy 4th. If you thought I was celebrating the 4th of July this year, you were rudely mistaken.
I have no idea who you are, so I didn't think that.
What am I celebrating? Because every year when I say that I don't celebrate the 4th of July, some is always like,
that is so un-American of you. This is the day we got our freedom from Great Britain and our independence.
Employers, companies, jobs now have the right to discriminate against me because I have.
Man, he is talking fast. Like his mouth is out of sync with his voice.
A little sugar in my tank because I'm a little.
What? All right. Let's keep going.
Fruity. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome.
Why is he so animated? Good grief.
You're not, time for the damn.
What? I'm confused. All right, let me pause it. Okay, we're back. All right, let's go here.
Daily Scream. I'm
The Daily Scream. What? What's that?
not celebrating the 4th of July. The only holiday
Wait, it sounds like he's glitching.
I will be celebrating this month is my birthday, which is on July 23rd.
That's not a holiday.
Aside from that, yeah. Am I going to look at the pretty fireworks that are crackling and popping outside my window? Sure. Am I maybe going to drink a little? Sure.
You sound like you've been drinking already.
But am I doing those things because I'm a red-blooded American?
Well, I mean, you are. You're American and you have red blood.
No. I'm doing it because it's the 4th of July and I can't.
So, freedom.
I have to say,
He uses freedom to not have freedom, to use his freedom.
we're really going to miss her, him, whatever that is. We're going to turn around. We're going to be sitting there.
We set up a day of mourning for his whatever that is.
Remembering the fact that we're free and that, we're basically spoiled. We haven't been attacked. We haven't had to.
Yeah, last time we was 18 something. 1812. They had a war of 1812.
Go to war. It's a wonderful, rich country. But we're going to look around and say, where's that bitchy, nasty person who cursed at us all the time? Why isn't he or she or what it? Why isn't that person here? We really,
oh my gosh,
we miss that. Oh no, maybe we won't say that. Maybe we just don't care. Maybe
I didn't even know he existed until that's why I'm not on TikTok. It's really good for mental health.
She thinks we care, and she's talking into the camera as if we care.
On her American phone, using her freedom to not, North Korea. If someone made a video like that, well, actually, you wouldn't be able to make videos, but hypothetically, if someone made a video like that, they, their family, and their children would all get thrown into jail, and you'd never hear from them again.
But we're not the camera, and you can tell the difference between us and the camera because the camera might care, but we don't care at all.
I think my ears scary. It kind of hurts, hearing all that screeching.
All right, let's listen to another one.
5 reasons I do not celebrate July 4th.
Part 1. Man, he has so much time on his hands. Do these people not have jobs?
1. Independence Day did not free everyone.
Yes, it did.
This country was founded on indigenous genocide by
no, it wasn't.
White colonizers who stole and then enslaved millions of Africans.
Well, yeah, but they were still free from Britain. So, it's a loophole, whatever.
Not much to be patriotic about there. Those enslaved folks then built this nation.
No, they didn't. It wasn't even that many. And it's for 90 years. Good grief.
And its economy without reparations to this day. Remember,
look, I am for it. If you can find one of those people, still alive, I don't know how old they'd be, maybe like 107 years old, paid them. But since there are no 170-year-olds, here, don't pay them.
Remember that the majority of the folks who signed the Declaration of Independence owned enslaved black folks.
Okay. And good grief, can't you just say slaves? Good grief.
Some 75% of them. 2. Slavery was not fully abolished in 1865.
Yes, it was.
With the Emancipation Proclamation.
The Emancipation Proclamation was signed in 1863, you idiot.
You were probably taught. The 13th Amendment legalizes slavery as punishment for a crime. And
yeah, so?
Black codes then established convict leasing, incentivizing the arrest of black folks for so-called crimes such as vagrancy, which was not being employed or, quote, appearing homeless.
Okay.
13th Amendment is still in place today. And that history...
What's the thing you wanted repealed? Oh, okay.
Of systemic racism and present reality explain why black folks are overrepresented in the prison system. Why black folks are more likely to get more intense sentences. Why black youth are 8.5 times more likely to be tried.
But if you're committing more crimes, then it doesn't really matter. Okay.
Right, as adults than white counterparts for the same crimes. Why black men receive 20 to 50% longer sentences than white men for the same.
where are you getting these? You can't just take a screenshot of some random text. For all you know, I think you could have gone into Google Docs and typed this yourself.
Crimes.
So here's the thing. First of all, a lot of this is not true because
yeah, he's a compulsive liar.
The conditions for Black people were actually getting better and better until the Great Society, until the Lyndon Johnson programs that basically destroyed, almost wiped out the Black family by paying people to have children out of wedlock. And that's the problem we have. And that's why they call you racist when you oppose welfare, because welfare is helping the Democrat Party because it gives them money to
Okay, whatever. Just keep
distribute, but is actually just
hey, what flag is that behind me?
Destroying the people it's supposed to help. However, I would be perfectly happy to say to this guy, he should move to the first country he can find where there's never been any injustice. He should move.
Let me think. Oh, he can move there. No, wait. Yeah, he can move there.
Move there immediately. In fact, I'll go with him. I will go with him to the first country he can find that has never had
heaven. Okay.
Any injustice, unless when he goes to that country, he vanishes because he's gone nowhere. In that case, I'm staying here. All right, let's watch another one.
I'm a doctor.
Nice hair.
And like many of you, this 4th of July, I'm not feeling super patriotic.
Wow. That is... What a filter.
On one hand, I am very thankful for the freedoms I do have afforded to me. But
I can't believe it. Gratitude.
On the other, I am mad as hell about the ones that have been removed in this country. So today I'm going to use that anger and frustration and put my money where my mouth is. And
You're going to leave? You're going to go to the Bahamas or something?
I will be making a donation to Planned Parenthood and
What a shame.
reproductiveaccess.org in the name of the justices who voted down Roe.
Got it. Okay. I was wondering what she was complaining about. She's complaining that she can't kill a baby.
Oh, man. So sad. So sad.
If she has sex, if she has a baby, she can't kill the baby. I would like to bring on a baby to tell you why he's celebrating.
Oh, okay. So anyone under the age of 1 is now welcome on the show.
The 4th of July, because now he can't be killed. I would like to do that, but the baby can't talk, which is why they can kill him without hearing from the baby. So
actually,
maybe the fact that she's looking and sticking her face in the camera and talking on video is the reason we're hearing her, but not hearing the baby she wants to kill. Too bad. But you know what? We'll celebrate for the baby until the baby gets here. Have you ever gotten undressed only to realize you were in front of an open window? How did that make you feel? Exposed?
4th of July, and
Here's another one.
All right, y'all. Today is what day? Right, it's the 4th of July, and
Oh, she expected to scream? But this is not a TV show for 3-year-olds.
I am wearing what? Black.
Okay.
And that is because why?
I don't know. I don't have access to your brain, and I probably wouldn't want it. You know, it'd be kind of like me with like an i7 computer and 32 gigabytes of RAM, trying to remote in to a computer from 10 years ago with 1 gigabyte of RAM. It'd be like a processing drop.
Oh, yes, because there's literally nothing worth celebrating today because...
Really? Looks like your phone's working and your internet's working. So I think you should be fine.
Go outside and touch some grass and read the news.
On the internet, which was invented by us. So.
Okay. So what are we going to do?
I don't know. Who's we? Do you have an animal in your pocket or something?
What is it, woman? What?
Burn down the patriarchy. That is...
I wasn't expecting that response, but okay. You know, I mean, she just said she wants to go play with some fireworks, so it's patriotic.
Correct. I'll see you outside at 2. I bring the snack.
I have no idea who you are.
You bring the bevs and let's go, honey.
The beds? What? But are you guys having a sleepover outside?
The patriarchy. That's a big problem.
Do you know, you're using the internet, right? On a phone, you know, probably an iPhone, which was created by Steve Jobs, and internet created by lots and lots of people, American technology, men working in research centers, which, okay.
The patriarchy. It is a really big problem because the one thing you don't want is men taking care of women and staying around to take care of their children. If
sounds awful.
That happens. Women, it's terrible for women. Women, you know, should be free.
I mean, without them, she does she even have a job?
To have children out of wedlock and watch them go to prison and take drugs, because that's the kind.
That's crazy.
The country we want to have. I gotta tell you, these people are so.
What kind of edit was that? Was you playing on a flute?
So spoiled.
And also, like I said, her brain would be like me taking my i7 32 gig and remoting into 1 gig 10 years ago on an i3.
Do not know what they.
Cellbond. Okay, in fact, it doesn't even have a processor. My computer is headless. It doesn't even have an operating system. Okay, it just has like a BIOS. Yeah, it's me trying to remote into that.
They do not know. They do not know what the world is like everywhere else but here.
She said read the news. Maybe she should, try that.
I lived overseas for a while, so I got to tell you, I will be celebrating the 4th of July, even now, which is a tough time in our country. I will say that. It is a tough time.
You answered every question. You knew all the
Crazy.
But I will be celebrating because I know what it's like to not be here. They don't know because they're on TikTok, which is Neverland. All right.
All right, let's keep going.
Are there more of these people? Why you do this to me? What have I ever done to you guys? What is wrong with you? What is wrong?
Stop being whiny.
Oh, this is just cruel. Never mind. They're never listening. Go ahead, play more.
In honor of
she's in black again.
Independence Day.
See the eyeball?
Let's talk about the French Revolution. Obviously, this is just for
why?
Educational purposes. Don't take any tips or get any ideas from this, okay?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
So the main reason it happened was the income disparity classes. So there was rapid population growth and they were unable to adequately finance government debt. So that resulted in economic depression, high food prices, and unemployment. I know. But
is your camera like if you don't move, it shuts off? So maybe it's one of those motion-centric cameras. Just use the regular camera app.
Don't have a monarchy, so it's definitely not the same as our situation. So it got worse and worse and worse until they eventually stormed and seized the Bastille. Again,
I thought you were against stuff like that.
Don't get any ideas. Strictly educational purpose.
Educational. She's trying to not get like a knock at the door from the FBI.
So that was the beginning of the end, and the French population actually contributed in rebuilding their society. All in all, it took about 10 years, so obviously change doesn't happen quickly.
Yes, and then in 1918 and 1944, we're the only reason France exists, basically. So, yeah.
But it could happen if since they were persistent.
I don't have time to take apart the fact that the French Revolution became a terror with people being beheaded all over the place, and then became a world war with Napoleon conquering much of Europe, and also those glasses look really, really stupid on her. I'm sorry. Napoleon was a tyrant. The people who ran the French Revolution became tyrants, and those glasses look ridiculous.
Man, I think the glasses look nice.
Another one.
Hey, finally, I heard that sound effect. Let's go. The whole world knows it. That's why they want us in NATO. We got NORAD, and most movies. We're sat here and people are bitchy breaking down the walls and trying to get in. The whole world knows it, and yet they still try to get in and want to emulate us and use our technology, i.e. the internet. And the Apple iPhone is now 50%. So it's one of the most popular phones worldwide now, and the internet, the most used technology, Windows, the most used desktop computing system, whatever, but okay, fine. People begging us for money and, weapon systems to defeat invaders and aggressors. Okay.
Is not what it once was. I've got some bad news for people who don't travel internationally. The world hates us.
No.
Sure.
No one thinks we're weak. No one wants to screw around with us. Nobody.
We aren't even statistically on top of anything, education or anything anymore.
Oh, fine, great. Let me get statistics on technology, military, lots of smart people. We have a top population in terms of growth, top 3 or 4, depending on how you look at it, in terms of size. I think we're doing pretty well.
And I've traveled a lot internationally. Over COVID, obviously, I stopped. And there's always...
Congratulations.
There's been an underlying tone that America is dangerous. However, I'm on my first...
See, when you have 300 million people, that's going to be bad stuff here, compared to some 20 million person country with limited freedoms.
international trip since COVID, and it has gotten worse. I have heard from every nationality that
She heard from like 3 people.
America is dangerous, but I arrived in Indonesia, which is a country that, you know, a lot of people aim to get out of and go to America. And the first thing that my taxi driver says to me is that he's afraid of America because of all the poppy seeds that we're taking and all the jazz powder that people are using.
What?
And he's convinced that people are walking around the U.S. like zombies.
well, she is, but well, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's true-ish, but not really. Okay.
You know, if the Indonesians don't like us, it's over. You know, it's an old expression. When Indonesia doesn't like you, it's over. They used to say that. The Greeks, the ancient Greeks used to say that. If Indonesia doesn't like us,
it's crazy.
Then we'll stop, you know, we'll kill Socrates.
Well, I'll take it all back. Call him in here. I'll renounce everything. Let's get out of here. Let's go get some Chinese food.
What clip was that?
So, why are all these white women? You know, aren't we with privileged class? Isn't that what we're supposed to believe? Why are
No. Sorry.
they the ones who are complaining? Wait, here's a black guy. All right, let's listen.
Sorry.
I want to know what's funny in the most unironic way.
Oh, I thought that said you in. I was confused.
Is I hate America so much. The quality of life is so bad.
So bad you can lean against a wall and tape a video.
That I'd be willing to commit treason for free.
Treason's a high bar to cross.
I'd be giving away government secrets like it's a Black Friday deal. You know, my little...
Yeah, well, you're unelectable. Not one person's going to elect you. All right, you try to run for president, governor, you know, literal DMV person. The NSA is going to pull up that video and you will be on a blacklist.
The jingle will be, it's the season for some treason. I would do anything to get out of this country.
Really? So there's this thing called working. You can, you work a little bit, you get some money, and you go online, you get some plane tickets, and then you buy those plane tickets and apply for visas and leave. You go one way. You know, in fact, Southwest, I'm pretty sure they can fly you one way for $49. I'd be willing to contribute to that fund.
You know, it's too bad there are no planes leaving this country. It is really too bad. You cannot get a plane out of this country.
Yeah, I mean, it's so secure around here. We have like just, we only have inter-nation travel, not no international travel.
You know, it's like, I don't know how to leave. I don't know how this guy could get out. Maybe he could, you know, like in Sound of Music, he could sing. And as he was singing, he could disappear. You know, people would be paying attention to the singers, but he could disappear and then go out and walk until he reached the Alps, and then like climb over the Alps and avoid the guards and get, you know, bribe his way through into Switzerland or something like that.
Switzerland? Sure. He can go there.
Or he could just get a plane to another country.
Every day.
What movie is this?
Oh, there are more of these guys. Oh, thank God it's over.
It's over.
I love this country. If you hate him,
that was a mess. But okay, that's all for now. I guess my favorite was the guy saying that we shouldn't want to be great. You know, maybe to run for president would be kind of funny. Or the people saying that we don't exist. Pretty funny.